I actually love this. Ironically, Jordan Goodwin has already been on the Phoenix Suns before. He was traded there as part of the Bradley Beal trade from a few seasons ago. But Jordan Goodwin proved this year with the Lakers that he is an NBA player, a defensive pit bull, a guy who can be a facilitator, can find his own shot, someone that I don't know why has just not been given the opportunity that he should be. And he's been a really fun player in my opinion to watch. So look, for the Phoenix Suns, let's let this come in and be like, oh, it's going to be this role player who's going to fit into the team day one as a constant contributor. Like, look, come on, let's be realistic. I think with how they're going about their point guard position, he is a good depth piece. This is a guy that so far in his career, well, last year in 29 games, averaged 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists on 44% almost from the field and 38% from three. While with Phoenix, he played 40 games, averaged 5 points, 3 rebounds, shot 39% from three, 29% from three. And that's kind of been the thing is that he has a shaky 3 point shot, even though he's a great defender. Coming out of what, St. Louis was it? Or was it Washington? You St. Louis, he was a slew. Because Washington, St. Louis is like, people don't realize the Stanford of the Midwest. He went to SLU, which is St. Louis, which people call SLU. I went to University of Kansas. I know so many people from St. Louis. Hey, tell me, do you guys like Emu's Pizza? Is Emu's Pizza that good? I've never had it. It's just a bit. It's a point of contentious or point of contention, from my understanding, with people from Missouri. Now, Jalen Green, Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Ryan Dunn, and Mark Williams would probably be the second lineup. Come on, we'll watch Royce O'Neal. I would assume Nigel Hayes Davis, Grayson Allen will make up the next rotation. And then obviously Jordan Goodwin is going to be the guy that is playing the point guard position. And obviously, we got to talk about their other signing. And this is a two-parter video, with the second signing being just as interesting. Jared Butler, who played for the Phoenix, not the Phoenix Suns, but for the Washington Wizards, which, by the way, the Phoenix Suns is team governor is Mark Bartelstein's son, Josh Bartelstein, who I've actually met. He's actually like kind of big. So if you look at the team's current lineup, it's a lot bigger of a squad than you think. And if we're going to go ahead and talk about Jared Butler might end up being this team's bet, starting point guard. As Jared Butler, Colin Phillippe, and Jordan Goodwin will duke it out to be the backup point guard. As we're assuming Devin Booker is going to be the starting point guard to start the year. And if that doesn't work out, they'll probably move Jaden Green to the bench, or Dylan Brooks, probably Jalen Green, and then have either Phillippe, Jared Butler, or Jordan Goodwin start. And Jared Butler was a guy who would have been a first round pick in a lot of other drafts, or in a different circumstances. What ended up happening, he had like a heart problem and he wasn't cleared till later. So he fell in the draft. And to me, I really thought this was a great signing or a great pickup by the the Suns right here. Like, for what they had working, they already have CJ Huntley, Isaiah Livers, and Kobe Bria filling out the 3 2 ways, which I absolutely love. I think that's a good fit for them right there. And then they have three. I like their three-man center. They could move Nick Richards if they want. OC Iguodala would be more of a backup center than a backup 4 or 5. And with Rasheer Fleming and Jordan Goodwin, Jared Butler, OC Iguodala, Nick Richards being like the last 5 guys in that 15-man rotation, I think Butler and Goodwin will compete with Lipsey to compete for that last roster spot. And as we mentioned earlier, Jared Butler was a guy that over the last few seasons has really proved himself. Started off with the Utah Jazz in 2021, then went to the Thunder, and he's a great 3 point shooter. Spent the last 2 years with playing 72 games with the Wizards until he got waived and ended up on the Sixers. But with the Sixers, he was averaging 11.5 points, 5 assists, 2.5 rebounds, shot 35% from three, 42% from the field. And the year before with the Wizards, those 2 seasons, he shot 48% and then about 34% from three. Just a really good player who's a good scorer, passer, can impact the game in a multitude of ways. So for a team like the Suns, you get to take a swing on a guy that's going to help him. What are your thoughts?